Hello, dear student. Today we study the application of electrogravimetry. So, in application, the first application is electrolytic separation of metal with controlled cathode potential. So, here we are using the combination of two metal, that is nothing but the alloy, and they can be separated with the help of this electrogravimetry method. So what is in that? In this particular case, we are using the coulometric method of analysis. This method is used to separate the two metals which differ in their deposition potential. Means the necessary condition is here is what? Deposition potential should be different of that combined metal by an adequate magnitude so that one metal can be deposited on the cathode in preference to the other metal. In electrogravimetric method, a metal to be determined is deposited electrolytically upon a suitable electrode. Electrogravimetric method is generally useful for the separation of combination of two different metals which is having the different deposition potential value. Okay, so the amount of the metal in the sample is calculated in the coulometric method. Means how much amount of substance get deposited on a particular electrode is calculated with this coulometric method. What happened here? The weight of the metal deposited on the cathode is found out indirectly by measuring the quantity of electricity which is required to bring about a chemical reaction. Means how much amount of electricity is required to deposit on a suitable electrode. That amount of electricity is useful for finding out the weight of the deposited metal, and you know very well that this is one of the application of Faraday's law of electricity. Means coulometric method is totally depend upon the application of Faraday's law. Generally, the extent of the chemical reaction at an electrode is directly proportional to the quantity of the electricity passing through the electrode. Means particular chemical reaction is carried out with the help of the amount of the electricity passed during that particular chemical reaction. The quantity of electricity can be related to the weight of the substance deposited on the electrode during the electrolysis, and this can be related as follows. That means W is equal to Wm into Q divided by 96,493 into N. Here W is nothing but the weight of the metal deposited. Q is the quantity of the electricity passing through the cell. Wm is the gram molecular weight of that particular substance during electrolysis, and N is nothing but the number of electrons involved in the electrode reaction. So, and this value is called as the coulombic value that we already seen in the previous lecture. So, this particular coulometric method is assumed that the electrode reaction proceed with the 100% current efficiency. Means deposition of the particular metal or separation of the different metal is carried out with the help of the current efficiency, and that amount of the current required to carry out particular electrolysis process is calculated with this particular equation. So student, there are generally two types of coulometric method. First one is control potential of electrode. Means separation of the metal is carried out with the help of control potential. And second method is with constant current. With constant current. So let us see in detail control potential of the electrode. So for that purpose we are using this particular diagram for the explanation of control potential of control cathode potential. So student, in the normal electrolysis, an attempt is made to keep the applied voltage constant, which is hardly possible because of the over-voltage change. So concentration of the polarization effect and such other factor play an important role here. When there are two deposable metal present in the electrolyte requirement, constant potential for the discharge of the one metal becomes still more important. Means in order to separate the two metal from one another, we have to maintain the potential in order to get the preferential metal first and then the other metal get deposited. In this way we can separate out two different metal. So in this particular apparatus used in normal electrolysis process, two electrodes should be useful. First one is the cathode and second one is the anode. And electrolytic cell. In coulometric method with control cathode potential, here we are using anode, cathode and reference electrode and electrolytic cell. Generally the cathode used is made up of the cylindrical platinum gauze. The anode is nothing but the platinum wire which is in coil structure, and reference electrode is nothing but the saturated calomel electrode. In this way we can use the systematic presentation of the cathode, anode and the saturated calomel electrode. The experimental setup is generally done in this way that is shown in the figure. So the method carried out under a system of measuring the control cathode potential, and therefore it is called as the control cathode potential electrolysis. In this particular method, we have to control the potential on the cathode, and therefore the electrolysis process name is called as the control cathode potential electrolysis method. In experimental arrangement, variable voltage source for the applied voltage, the cathode and anode, that is cathode can act as a working electrode, anode can act as a counter electrode, and saturated calomel electrode can be act as a reference electrode. Generally here a salt bridge connect to the reference electrode and cathode. The potential of the cathode is controlled by adjusting the applied voltage between the working electrode and the controlled counter electrode. Working electrode and counter electrode, the voltage should be maintained preferentially. A potentiometer or vacuum tube voltmeter can be used to measure the applied voltage. Nowadays, automatic electronic instruments such as potentiostat is used to control over the applied voltage. Applied voltage to maintain applied voltage, we have to use the electronic instrument, and that electronic instrument is called as the potentiostat. The potential difference between the cathode and the reference electrode is measured with the voltmeter of high input resistance. The applied voltage is adjusted till the potential difference between the cathode and the reference electrode come to be predetermined value. Means that value should be predetermined, and the potential difference, applied voltage, should be maintained between the cathode and the reference electrode. So this particular separation method of the control cathode potential electrolysis is considered with the help of some example we can consider here. The example considered here is, let us consider, suppose (100 ml) solution contain 0.05 molar silver nitrate and 0.05 molar copper nitrate. So in this particular solution there are two type of metal is used here, silver metal and copper metal, and in this particular solution, again 1 molar nitric acid is also present to maintain the pH of that particular solution. So suppose we applying the cathodic potential to that particular solution, the concentration of Ag plus ion get reduced near about 10 raised to minus 7 molar. Okay. At equilibrium, we are getting the potential applied at cathode is equal to 0.8 plus 0.0591 divided by 1 into 10 raised to log of 10 raised to minus 7. Here the 0.8 value is nothing but the potential of silver ion. After calculating this equation, we are getting 0.387 volt. Then the value of cathodic potential applied at which copper will be ready to deposit. So here E applied at cathode is equal to 0.337 in plus 0.0591 divided by 1 into log 5 into 10 raised to minus 2. Here 0.337 is nothing but the electrode potential of the copper ion which is get deposited. After calculating this particular equation, we are getting the value 0.299 volt. If applied cathodic potential is maintained at the value of 0.387 related to the saturated calomel electrode, this required the value of electrode potential versus the saturated calomel electrode. So E versus saturated calomel electrode is equal to E versus electrode potential of standard hydrogen electrode minus electrode potential of saturated calomel electrode. So here electrode potential of standard hydrogen electrode is 0.387 and electrode potential of saturated calomel electrode is 0.299. After calculating this value, we are getting the standard hydrogen electrode potential of the particular electrode. So we have to maintain the value near about 0.142 volt. So by considering this value in practice or in experimental condition, we have to consider a potential relationship for the potential control potential electrolysis. Means in this case we have to use the particular graph, and that graph shows that at 0.0 volt standard hydrogen electrode is there, at 0.247 saturated calomel electrode value is there, at 0.299 volt cathode potential at which copper get deposited, and at 0.387 desired limiting cathode potential for the silver deposition get occur, and at this case we have to maintain the difference of 0.147 in order to get the proper deposition of both the metal ion. Here the anode potential is not get explained here for this particular example. So student, today we study the application of electrogravimetry in the determination of the separation of two metal by using the control potential of electrode method. So if do you have any problem regarding to this topic, you can ask in the discussion forum.